Right now we're standing on the one corner beacon of this 141 hectare property. As you're looking down, you'll see on the left an oats field, and the boundary runs straight from where we're standing all the way along the oats field. And then in the far distance there's a beacon of this 141 hectare property. As you're looking down, you'll see on the left an oats field, and the boundary runs straight from where we're standing all the way along the oats field. And then in the far distance there's a blue gum tree, a round one. That's the other corner beacon just behind that. And then from there it runs behind these two hills in our view, just behind that, and on the ridge all the way up, on the ridge until we get to the top of that mountain over there, and it runs straight up there. 141 hectares, and as we go down you'll see what they call the step, and on that step there, inside there's plus minus 30 hectares of arable land if you need arable land, plenty of water. There's a small dam and potentially a much bigger dam to be built up there, with 15 hectares along the foot of this mountain here as potential arable land with plenty of water. The strength of this property is the views, the total privacy, isolation, and plenty of water, big enough, plenty of water enough to build quite a big dam up there. This is part of the final access road going up the mountain. You can get up here in summertime with a two-wheel drive, but four-wheel drive is definitely a preference. You see the beauty of the rock formations, the fynbos vegetation. Here we're looking at the view down from the access road with beautiful rock formations and the natural habitat with the fynbos and you have your, let's just zoom in there. This feature dam here is not very big, but it runs all year round. All this water is supplied by the mountain through fountains, and if need be, a pretty large dam just above, we'll show that to you in a moment, can be built to capture and store all this water. This is a spot to build a house with a view and the rock formations and the water and the dam. Possibility here is also to do a hydroelectric plant with this running water all year round. We're standing on what we call the step with the view over the valley. In view right now is that rock formation, which is a pretty unique formation called the Finger. Let's just zoom into that. And then as we zoom out, we're going to do a 360 view that will show you the valley. There in our view right now, that's where the Cederberg starts, overlooking this beautiful valley. And in our view right now, I'm just going to go to the left. This part in front of us is the spot where the dam will be built. As I go to the left, and I'm going to zoom into some of these Proteas in front of us, and that's more or less where the dam wall will start, plus minus 5 meters high, running plus minus 150 meters along not the bottom of this hill, but basically in view the front of maybe 100 meters or 80 meters in front of the rock formations you see in view now. And then it'll fill up this area in view right now of plus minus 1.5 to 2 hectares surface covering. So a pretty large dam, 4 or 5 meters high dam wall, and covering plus minus 1.5 to 2 hectares in this private valley step, what you want to call it. As we go around in the 360, you'll see the boundary on the ridge up at top and get a feel of the size. Plenty of private space. As we go around on the ridge, the boundary runs down there. That's the highest point of the property. A pretty good climb up there, and then coming down on the ridge this way back to the finger as we zoom into it again. This should give you a feel of this property. Remember, very good cell phone reception, whether you want that or not, I don't know. Internet, wireless internet access, your own private space, plenty of water, good sized dam, views you can only dream of. This is the ideal lifestyle property. This view, we came up right closer up to the mountain in the one corner of the property, with this view across the plains of the valley. Let's just do a 360-degree of this corner in the property, the ideal spot to build a house, alternatively to a house just above the dam that is going to be built in the valley down there. If you want to build your house here, you could potentially bring the dam up a little higher so that you have a view of the dam from this spot if you want to build a house here. This is very much protected against the wind. Right now we're standing on this plain called the steppe on the property at the end of summer with no rains yet, and this fountain just running out here. They just put a couple of pipes through the road, underneath the road, and here you see the fountain running out, currently feeding into the dam, that small dam below. So there is plenty of water running all year round on this property that will fill basically any size dam you build here. One of the features of this property is that if you buy this property, you get the continent of Africa for free. It's included. Look at this rock here, in the shape of the continent of Africa. Isn't that incredible? Standing at the bottom of this mountain now, on this narrow strip at the bottom of plus minus 20 hectares, down in the plain, in the valley. Here we're standing at the bottom of the mountain, and this water is running at the end of summer out of the small little dam that was just above this ridge here, and this water runs all year round, ideal for a hydroelectric plant. It just gives you an idea of the amount of water available on this property. Very few properties. This is a true jewel. You don't find properties like this that's not been commercialized for agricultural purposes. We're standing at the foot of the mountain, closer to the left border, the southern border of the property. Just giving you a panorama view from this corner, looking across the plain and the front part of this beautiful, beautiful nature reserve. That is the tree in view. Right at the beginning, that we said was the boundary, was just on the other side of that tree, just to the left of that tree is where the corner beacon is, and then the boundary runs up. Very difficult to see in view now. There's a fence in view where the boundary runs up straight back to the mountain on our right hand side, all the way up. Part of the interesting vegetation, apart from the fynbos and the giant proteas and all sorts of very interesting plants. Let's just zoom in and show you this, what do you call this? Now I'm blank. Look at that. In Afrikaans it's called the vetplant. I forget the English name now. Very, very interesting vegetation, with very, we haven't seen any alien plantation anywhere on the property, except for a couple of poplar trees that the owner is busy removing.